everybody. Thanks for coming today and braving this weather. It was pretty bloody freezing this morning, and I'm pretty sure it hasn't improved either. I was tempted to wear my puffer jacket over my pretty frock this morning because, let's be honest, that's practically mum uniform in Brighton, but didn't think I could get away with it. So let me ask you a question. Did your kids head off to school today in their super warm one little cup hoodie that they don't really need because they've already got at least 2 school jumpers anyway? Did you send your preschooler off to kinder in a nice warm coat today? Snug in a safe car seat that probably cost you about $450? Did your even smaller baby wake up in a nice cosy warm cot? We take warmth, safety and security for granted sometimes, but not everybody is as lucky as us. Some families struggle to provide these simple necessities we take for granted. The daily life for someone not so lucky can be really challenging. Financial struggles, a variety of other challenges might be making life hard. They may have fled family violence. Their house might have burnt down. Maybe they just arrived in Australia and they're a bit confused and struggling to provide everything they need to keep their baby safe and warm. This is where St Kilda Mums comes in, helping to make a difference to these people by showing them that somebody really cares and helping provide what they need. Shh. I'm sure by now you know who they are. They're the guys that donate second-hand baby goods to people in need, right? Exactly. Maybe you've already donated a pram before, or your 5-point safety harness child seat that your little preppy was practically squeezing out of. St Kilda Mums started because one mum saw a need, and that mum was Jessie McPherson. In 2009, she wanted to donate her son's clothing she didn't need anymore to the local maternal child and health centre, as she knew there was families in her local neighbourhood, St Kilda, that needed a bit of a helping hand. But when she got there, their donation room was already overflowing with baby goods donated by other kind parents. The nurses didn't have time to sort through it all, let alone find it new homes. So she organised a working bee with a group of other mums to sort, launder and package the pre-loved goods for rehoming, and the nurses were ever so grateful. From that moment, she was hooked, and St Kilda Mums was born. 9 years on today, St Kilda Mums, which also now runs Geelong Mums and Eureka Mums in Ballarat, rehomed in the last year 40,150 items with a replacement value of $5.2 million to over 13,000 babies and children across Victoria. That works out to be an average of $112 per child that they helped. And when you consider in many of these cases, they provided a cot, a pram, a car restraint, as well as clothing, a bouncer and some toys, $112 is pretty cost effective and amazing considering their business is based on the generosity of people like ourselves. I've been lucky enough to know Jessie very well through my magazine Mama Mag, and her story is so inspiring. Lila and I couldn't really think of a better charity to support at a Mother's Day lunch than one that helps other mothers in need. So I invited Jessie to speak today, but unfortunately she's down at the Geelong Mums Mother's Day lunch and couldn't be involved. So knowing that she was busy, I suggested I speak on her behalf. I was chatting to her the other day about some work we're doing together in the mag, and I said, "What would you like me to touch on today?" And she simply said, "Just tell them about you and why you support St Kilda Mums. You're their colleague and they care more about you than me anyway." Well, I find that rather hard to believe, but anyway, I've been told, and this is why I support St Kilda Mums. When I first moved back to Melbourne 6 years ago following my divorce, my kids were shy of their 2nd and 4th birthdays. It was a time of heartache, loneliness and mass financial struggle. I knew no local mums with kids in the area, and I felt isolated as I tried to rebuild my life in the city. So many traits of a mum that St Kilda Mums might help. However, luckily for me, I already had things that I needed, like a house and clothing for them and a safe bed for them to sleep in. I had many items I didn't need anymore as well now that Miller was turning 2. Her cot, her pram, her bouncer and many other baby-related items. But I was new in town and I didn't know about St Kilda Mums. And hell, I was flogging that shit off on eBay because I needed to buy groceries. So I started Mama Mag out of a need as well, just like Jessie, a need to support mums on a local level. And it was through my work that I learnt about Jessie and her work at St Kilda Mums. I instantly knew I had to support them, and I had the media platform that could do just that. Through Facebook and printing articles on their different programs that they're running, I can bring their story to so many other mums. Of course, they rely on our second-hand donations as well as donations from their corporate supporters, but they also rely on volunteers to help out in their warehouses and running collection drops. I know there's a few St Kilda Mum volunteers here in the room. You guys should be very proud of yourself. I even volunteer my graphic design services to Jessie when she needs, because every dollar that they don't have to spend on a service is another dollar they can put towards children that need help. St Kilda Mums rely on financial support as well, not just your second-hand goods, and that's why we're here today. This year we bumped up the ticket price by just $5 to give that to St Kilda Mums. $5 isn't much to us, but today it's $715, and with that we've just helped 6 kids have a better life, and you can't put a price on that. When you're rehoming over 40,000 baby items a year, the expenses add up and every little bit helps. They spent $52,000 alone on just buying spare parts for their prams and cleaning and packaging and freighting them off in the last financial year. And with a total operating cost of over $1.5 million. These figures aren't a secret. You can read them in their annual reports on their website, but it just shows you that there's a lot of money needed to support this amazing cause. Isn't it amazing? 5 mums packing some second-hand clothes in a spare room in a maternal health centre in Chapel Street 9 years ago to today helping all those thousands and thousands of families. So back to this morning's big freeze. Let's be honest, put your hand up if you had a last-minute costume change this morning. I know who you are, you're the ones wearing pants. As well as taking donations of prams, cots and other nursery items, St Kilda Mums also accept kids' clothing. And winter is a really tough time for families that need support. Some mums can't afford a simple winter coat for their child. St Kilda Mums run an annual campaign called Coats for Kids. And so here's what I'm proposing today. Let's do a coat drive at the school. There's 600 families at the school. Imagine how many coats we could band together and donate to St Kilda Mums to keep kids warm this year. My kids never get more than a year or 2 out of their winter gear. They grow so fast, so it's such a simple thing for us to gather and donate. I haven't worked out logistics yet. I'm not entirely sure the school office is going to want 600 coats dumped in there, but we'll work something out and we'll keep you all posted on that. But I think it's just another really lovely way that we can help St Kilda Mums. So thank you for your support today. As a special gift, the team at Thank You, who are also massive supporters of St Kilda Mums and always willing to help me at Mama Mag, have gifted you a lovely hand cream to thank you for your support. When I told them about today and said, oh, do you want to donate something that we can raffle off? They said, no, you need to raise money for your school, but we want to thank your mums for helping St Kilda Mums. So they wanted to give you all a special gift each. So enjoy your gift, enjoy your lunch, have some more champagne from one mother to another.